Let the meltdown begin. MMA Meltdown on the Fight Network. Let's do this thing. I am Gabriel Morency, and we're jacked up for tonight's program. We've got a guest joining us. I always enjoy breaking it down with him. He's preparing for a fight in a couple of weeks' time. We're going to give you some picks for some fights in a couple of moments' time. And as always, we've got some great videos of the week as Benson Henderson rallies back. A dramatic victory for Benson Henderson. Dude was greatly oversized against Brandon Thatch. Thatch hits the wall in the fourth round. And there was talk about Benson Henderson potentially fighting a Rory McDonald. I think Benson should go back to a $155 where he can chew on his toothpicks and be the stronger fighter. Now, the toothpick thing is just, it's freaking awesome. Is it stupid? Is it awesome? Is it badass? Is it all of the above? I don't know. Let's ask a fighter who I'm assuming hasn't fought in the octagon with a toothpick in his mouth. James Krause steps up and in as he prepares for UFC 184. What's going on, James? How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How about you guys?
Hey, we're doing good, James. We're doing good. So Benson Henderson, let's play, I'll give you a multiple choice here. Benson Henderson fighting with a toothpick. Wrong and illegal. A. B. Stupid. C. Extremely badass. Which one are you going with on this?
Man, I got to go with C, man. That's crazy that he does that. You know, it's nuts. And I don't think I could pull it off. I want to know where he puts the damn thing. It's got to be in his mouthpiece, right? I mean, I just don't know like how he does that, and the fact that he can fight just under the pressure, especially in his last fight with that in there and not worry about that. I mean, it's just insane to me. It's awesome.
It's Razor Ramon. It's so damn cool, isn't it? Like to be there right after a win and just pop the toothpick out there like it's another day at the office. You know, but like you said, he must just sort of put it against his teeth and then put the mouth guard in, right? And what's the deal? So I guess when these guys pat you down and all that type of stuff, they're not really checking for illegal objects, are they, man? It's like the WWE.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I don't necessarily think it's illegal. I mean, maybe it is. I'm not sure what the rules are. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it if I was fighting him, you know. But golly, that's just crazy that he can do that. You know, that he can do that focus, and there must be some kind of little trick or something. I don't know. I've been curious ever since he started doing it how the hell he gets away with it. You know.
I'm starting to think about other fighters. You know, what would be perfect for them? You know, like Nick Diaz could fight with a spliff hanging from his mouth. Maybe you could come in all distinguished with like a Hugh Hefner jacket and a pipe type thing. You know, what look would you go for if you can add accessories here, why not, right?
I guess, yeah. I don't know what mine would be. I'm not sure. Maybe I'd fight with a button up on. I'm not. I don't have a good answer for that.
No, that's a tough one. I put you on the spot. You know, after Diaz in the spliff, it's all downhill from there, James.
Yes.
It's not going to get cooler than that. So you were there with your teammate Tim Elliott, and we had Tim on the program last week, and Tim told us, you know, he fights to win, but he fights just to lay it out on the line, and he wants to entertain the fans, and he did exactly that. How stressful is it, man? Do you lose your voice? What's it like, man? Because every fighter I talk to, whenever it's their buddy or their friend or if it's a sibling, etc., it's harder watching their friend fight than, you know, they're more nervous for them than they are for themselves when they fight.
Yeah, and that's definitely the case here. I really don't get very nervous for Tim. You know, he's a guy, he's a hard guy to finish, so I don't ever, you know, worry about him getting, like, knocked out or anything like that. You know, he's very durable, so I get nervous, but not near as bad as what I normally do for other guys. You know, he always comes prepared. I know he's never, you know, out of shape or anything like that, so there's really nothing for me to worry about other than somebody maybe squeaking out a decision on him like we've seen on Saturday. But you know, it is nerve-wracking for sure to watch one of your teammates, you know, kind of go in there. I don't get nervous for my fights at all, but I do get nervous watching other guys fight.
Now, I read an interview with you recently, and it's, you know, the cliched question that, you know, you've got to ask all the time. And I like Tim's honesty last week when he said, Joe Warren's been messing me up in camp. A lot of times guys actually aren't really honest, But you've been stating that you haven't felt this good leading up to this fight right now. That everything seems to be clicking for you right now. We're about 2 weeks away. So is that the case right now?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't want to be cliche or anything, but I feel great. I've had awesome rounds. The guys at Factory X, when I was up there with Tim, I definitely am getting good looks, but I'm not getting beat up by any means, and I feel great. So I don't have any bad things going on.
Now, you've stated in the past that the UFC either loves you or they hate you. Because they're never throwing you any bones. Now you're going to be the favorite in this fight, but it's the first fight of the night. Does that piss you off at all, or do you figure, hey, I don't really care where I am in the card as long as I get paid?
No, it doesn't really have to do with the what fight I am. It would be more the where it's broadcasted. I'm broadcasting on Fight Pass, and yeah, to answer your question, it does piss me off because it's messing with my money. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I mean, if you stop and look at who I've fought and what I've done, and I've been competitive with everybody they've put me in, and I've beat some good guys in the division, and then now all of a sudden I drop the Fight Pass. I'm always exciting. I think fans want to watch me fight, and I guess I'm just curious of why they think Fight Pass is where I need to be. I just don't understand it, and it's the thing that pisses me off most is. It's like I said, it's messing with my sponsorship money and stuff like that. So, I guess it's my fault, and I have to just go out and show everybody that I belong on Fox Sports 1 or pay-per-view.
Yeah, I've when I saw this as well, it was kind of a head scratcher, and I'm thinking, I don't really get this either. You fought in top 10 guys, you fought in elite guys before, and you fought and higher up on the card, and it's not like you haven't delivered in the past. And I wanted to ask you, so they don't give you an explanation for that? Like when Joe Silva calls you and he says, all right, we got Lazaro for you, but it's here. Does he tell you where it is on the card, or do you just sort of find out after?
No, they didn't tell me anything about where it was on the card. And I'm not going to turn down a fight over it, but it's just it's just frustrating, you know what I mean? Like that I feel like I'm coming out and I'm putting on good shows for the fans, and I'm fighting some of the best guys in the world, and then I get put on Fight Pass. So it's frustrating more than anything, but like I said, I wouldn't have turned the fight down because of it.
No, you got to get paid, and I understand your frustration right there. But all you can do is go out there, take care of business, and fight again, right? You've been a high volume fighter over the years. Now you mentioned as far as sponsorship, it's tough to sell when it's like if you're on Fox, then hey, you can cash in right now, and I guess it's extremely tough right now, especially with Reebok looming. A lot of mom and pop guys, why are they going to get involved right now if they're going to get bounced in a couple of months, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly their thought process. I mean, along with the Reebok deal, the sponsorship tax, they're still charging for that. So, all my people pretty much fell off, So it's rough right now, I guess this is something we'll have to deal with, and as a fighter, we really don't know. We don't know anything about the Reebok deal. We don't know any dollar amounts or anything like that. We know that there's a tiered system and all that stuff, but we still don't know any dollar amounts on it. So it's, I think it could be a great deal, but we're just kind of in the dark right now, and it can get frustrating whenever we're losing all this money for that. But I'd like to think there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully the Reebok deal is a good thing for all of us.